Grenada becomes Liat's fifth shareholder government, and in sport, West Indies collapsed to leave Bangladesh with an uncomplicated target in the second match of the Tri-Nation Series. I'm Ricardo Robertson. This is Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, May 7th, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break. Grenada is now the fifth major shareholder of regional airline Liat. The island's Minister of CARICOM Affairs, Oliver Joseph, made the revelation during a press conference at which he gave an update about the shareholders' meeting held in Antigua last week. He said during the talks, several models to keep Liat flying were examined, and Grenada is committed to continue supporting the airline.
That Grenada is now the fifth shareholder in the airline. So together with the governments of Barbados, Antigua, Dominica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada at that meeting is now accepted as the fifth main shareholder in Liat. What that means, it means that the government, cabinet has taken a decision to continue to support Liat. When we look at the figures, from the number of passengers that Liat brings to Grenada, of course the multiplier effect is great. Liat brings in thousands of visitors to Grenada every year. And therefore, from an economic and social point of view, Grenada had to support Liat, because not supporting Liat will mean the loss of revenue and economic development to our country.
In other news now, opposition legislators in Trinidad and Tobago last night voted against the whistleblower protection bill that the government said was necessary to end a culture of corruption in the Twin Island Republic. The bill had required a 3/5 majority in order to pass, but the United National Congress voted against the legislation, claiming that the measures contained in it goes against the Constitution. The government had said the legislation was to encourage and facilitate disclosures of improper conduct in the public and private sector and to protect people making those disclosures, among other measures. When the vote was taken, 22 government legislators voted in favor of the bill, while 16 opposition members of parliament voted against. The other 3 legislators in the 41-member parliament were not present when the vote was taken. Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar said the opposition did not trust the government and the whistleblower legislation was flawed in many respects. The opposition had raised objections to the witness anonymity clauses in the bill and had requested the bill be subject to a joint select committee. And Persad-Bissessar said that while Attorney General Faris Alwari, who moved that the bill, had indicated the legislation was different from what had been brought to Parliament in 2015, the concerns that had been raised then remain valid up to today. And CARICOM countries are being urged to closely monitor water resources and try to conserve as much as possible as the drought situation in the region worsens. The call from the Barbados-based Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology, that's hydrology, follows the release of its Caribbean Drought and Precipitation Monitoring Network Bulletin. The CIMH said there is concerns for most of the Caribbeans that the short-term drought situation can impact agriculture as well as the flow in small rivers and streams. The exception would be the Bahamas, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, and Jamaica. But the CIMH said those islands can be impacted in the longer term where drought can affect groundwater, large reservoirs, and rivers. It has therefore advised the region to conserve water as much as possible, at least until July. Barbados, Martinique, St. Lucia, and the United States Virgin Islands have seen long-term drought developing, while shorter-term drought has been seen in northern St. Kitts. The CIMH said in a week El Nino is expected to contribute to reduced rainfall up to this month. The Institute reported normal to below normal rainfall in the Caribbean for the first 3 months of the year, with Trinidad expected to be slightly to severely dry, Tobago and Antigua moderately dry, and Grenada slightly dry. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
Coming up, Central America with a Caribbean twist. Welcome to Belize. It's a tasty tour with some satisfying stops in Barbados. The excitement of Caribbean Week New York with touches of art and music. It's all next, right here on Caribbean Passport on this station.
Stylish Shea Hope struck his second straight 104th in 8 innings, but West Indies collapsed late on to leave Bangladesh with an uncomplicated target in the second batch of the Tri-Nations series today. Opting to bat first at Castle Avenue, the Windies finished on 261 for 9 of their 50 overs, with Hope carving out 109 to follow up his 170 in Sunday's opening game against Ireland. He faced 132 balls and struck 11 fours and a 6 in an innings which marked his 6th career ODI 100. Roston Chase chipped in with 51, while Sunil Ambrish stroked 38 at the top of the order. Fast bowler Mashraf Mortaza claimed 3 for 49, while left-arm seamers Mohammed Saifuddin and Mustafizur Rahman picked up 2 wickets apiece. And the score right now is Bangladesh, in their reply, 196 for 2. Staying with cricket, Cricket West Indies President Ricky Skerritt has reacted to the passing of West Indies cricket legend Seymour Nurse, saying the region has lost a legend. The Barbadian, who played 29 tests between 1960 and 1969, passed away yesterday at the age of 85 after battling illness. Nurse scored 2,523 runs at an average of 47.60, including 600s and 10 half-centuries. The stylish batsman scored a career-best 258 in his final innings in tests before quitting international cricket. In a statement today, Skerritt said Nurse was one of the greatest batsmen ever to play the game and typified all the best of West Indian batting, flamboyant stroke play combined with powerful hitting and an insatiable appetite for runs. That's Caribbean Intent. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.